Ow! Holy shit, bleep! That bleeping hurt. I just hit my hand on my desk. Okay, now that it's feeling a little better now, let's talk about what those words I just bleeped out were and why I bleeped them out in the first place. Well, many of us refer to these words as profanities, bad words, or swear words. And when a person uses these swear words, they're known to be in the action of swearing or cursing. In the article, What Are Swear Words and What Are They Used For?, published on the 26th of February in 2021, Professor of Rhetoric and English at Georgia Southern University, Dr. Richard Nordquist, defines a swear word as a word or phrase that's generally considered blasphemous, obscene, vulgar, or otherwise offensive. Nordquist even adds that these words are also considered as bad words, obscenities, expletives, dirty words, profanities, and four-letter words, like I mentioned earlier. Now, I'm sure most of us already know that swear words aren't necessarily the most appropriate words to use, and I'm also sure that we all know that these not-so-appropriate words are used every day in various different ways. However, as I started to think deeper into the topic of the usage of swear words, a question that's answer may bring some interest and benefits to us all popped into my head. In what ways can swear words be used, and how can we tell the difference between them? Well, after taking the time to read lots and lots of peer-reviewed articles on how swear words can be used in many different ways, I realized that being able to understand the importance and context behind these behind these to it the behind when and how these words are being used makes tough situations when you can't tell if you're having a normal conversation or a dangerous one a lot easier to differentiate. But don't worry, in the next couple of minutes I will go over 3 different ways that swear words are mostly used in and how we can tell the difference between them. Now, these 3 different uses that I will be going over are the use of the dictionary definition, the expression of strong feeling, and lastly, the misuse, or, in some circumstances, the triggering or offensive way. Now, the first way swear words are used is using the actual dictionary definition. Using the online etymology dictionary, I researched the definition of each of the most commonly used swear words shown in this slide. While many of us forget that swear words actually do have a meaning behind them, and aren't just verbal pause fillers, as Professor Chi likes to call it, this way of using swear words isn't that hard to tell apart from others, since they are literally using it by definition. But for obvious reasons, these words don't necessarily have the most appropriate meaning behind them, and so you most likely won't hear them or use them in the most appropriate situations. For example, I wouldn't even consider to use the A word in a conversation if we were having was formal. Now, the next way swear words are mainly used is to express a strong feeling. If swearing is considered inappropriate, how can one swear in a positive way? Well, that's easy. Like shown in the picture on the left, swearing can be used to hype someone or something up. So if someone is swearing in an excited or positive way, you know that they are just emphasizing the strong feeling of excitement. Now, when someone swears in a not-so-positive way, when expressing a strong feeling, they're usually swearing through anger and rage. But something to be aware of is that whether someone is using swear words in a positive or negative way, as long as they are using these words to express a strong feeling, it may mean that they are comfortable being around you, which could mean your relationship that may have seemed to be on a more formal level has now grown to a more friendship relationship. In the article Swearing, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly, postgraduate of Concordia University, Eileen Finn, relates the action of swearing with friends to the action of children stealing a goodie from a cookie jar or when people gossip, which has proven to build stronger relationships. The last way swear words are used is in a triggering or offensive way. This can be considered as the way swear words are used by misusing them. You can clearly identify if someone is using a swear word in a triggering or offensive way, if the word is used as if it was directed at anyone. If someone is using swear words in this last way, you know that you are most definitely not in a normal conversation. In this situation, you are in an unsafe conversation. With the exception of one occasion. Usually, when a person misuses a swear word, it may seem like the person is purposely trying to offend you or someone else. But there are some occasions where they aren't. This misuse of swear words mainly occurs when the words are being translated in another language. For example, many students whose first language isn't English may seem to be using these swear words in an offensive way, but in reality, they probably didn't mean to. Eileen Finn also explains how this could be problematic since students have difficulties in being able to distinguish the levels of offensiveness. So to recap, we went over 3 different ways swear words are mostly used in and how we can differentiate when someone is using swear words by the actual dictionary definition, using swear words to express strong feeling, or using them in a triggering or offensive way. I hope that by now you all are able to differentiate the differences between the most used ways in which we use swear words. And wait, remember when I hit my hand on my desk earlier? After learning about the different ways swear words are used in, can you tell me which way I use swear words?